wanna try to beat the force. I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more. See some more, see some more, see some more, see some more. Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more. See some, see some. I never mind if people change. I wanna try and heal my pain. How do you buy what can't be sold? How can you lie to me in my face? In my face, in my face, in my face, in my face. That's how still gonna keep the torch. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more.
Two in, two up, back ends, booked up, look up, I'm flying, yeah, I'm free now, see now, society's time me release now, crazy, I'm finna go see now, big style, big deals, vitamin water, that's a big one, 6 meal, coach came to me like I'm D1, like Will, got 17 hours to the flight out. Only got time for a night out. So tell me what you want from me. We ain't getting no younger. So tell me what you want from me. We ain't got too long, no. You know I gotta catch my flight. You know I gotta reach new heights again. You know I run it up at night. You know I went through. J. Cole said it's memes and mills, but I'm the king and adjust it all. Really wanna wipe me down, I got more patience than a hospital. Sweaty better beef with me than never beef with life's obstacles. I'm bad as a bone out. I'm way too toned down. Too big, so I'm cocky. From the back while I'm Twitter with my phone out. Got an Eminem deal, but I'm Hershey's 6'2", dark skin with purpose. Never voicemail on my phone last night to myself saying Lil Curtis, yeah. You know I gotta catch my flight. You know I gotta reach new heights again. You know I run it up at night. You know I only get one life for this. The night, hell of a night. The night.
It's Paul. I was listening to the album. Good luck. You're on your own.
Guess who's back? Back again. She's back. Tell a friend. Guess who's back? 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 Guess who's back?
Well, look what the stork brung. Little baby devil with the forked tongue. And it's sticking out, yeah, like a sore thumb. With a forehead that it grew horns from. Still a white jerk. Pulling up in a Chrysler to the cipher with the in a light shirt. Lyrical technician, an electrician. Y'all light work. And I don't gotta play pretend. It's you I make believe. And you know I'm here to stay, cause me. If I was to ever take a leave, it would be aspirin to break a feed. If I was to ask for Megan D Stallion, if she would collab with me, would I really have a shot at a feat? I don't know, but I'm glad to be back like
Abracadabra.
And for my last trick,
I'm about to reach in my back, bruh.
like
Abracadabra.
And for my last trick,
Just like that, and I'm back, bruh.
now back in the days of owed me, right around the time I became ate some as a way of coping. Take the case of turned me into smiley face emoji. May not be age appropriate, but I will an 8-year-old indeed with a participation trophy.
Yes, I have zero doubts that this whole world's bound to turn into some Girl Scouts. That censorship bureau's out.
Set me down. So when I started this verse, it did start off lighthearted at first, but it feels like I'm targeted. Mind-boggling how my profit is skyrocketed. Look what I pocketed. Yeah, it's just like y'all have been like jogging in. I've been running at full speed, and that's why I'm ahead like my noggin. I'm the fight y'all get in when you debate who the best, but I'm some white. I step up to that mic, cock it then. Oh my God, attempt chicken out again.
Abracadabra.
And for my last trick,
I'm about to reach in my back, bruh.
like
Abracadabra.
and for my last trick,
Just like that, and I'm back, bruh.
break it down.
Sometimes I wonder what the old me'd say.
If what?
If he could see the way it is today, he'd probably say that everything is gay.
Like happy.
What's my name? What's my name?
So how many little kids still wanna act like me? I'm a bigger than cacti bee, and that's why these words sting just like you were being attacked by bees in the coop, leaning back my seat. Open R. Kelly's favorite group, the black guy. In my Air Max 90s, white tees, walking parental advisory. My transgender cat Siamese identifies as black but acts Chinese. Like a hacky sack I treat the whole world 'cause I got it at my feet. How can I explain to you that even myself I'm a danger to? I hop on tracks like a kangaroo and say a few things that do to anger you. Dad, if I think that, I'ma say that. Cancel me, what? Okay, that's it. Go ahead, Paul. Quit, snake. You male cross-dresser, fake. And I'll probably get for that, but you can all. In fact, them, Dre, Jimmy, me, you. My own kids, the brass. They could off. Them and you are. You too, Paul. Got two biggest root paws. What you thought you saw ain't what you saw. 'Cause you're never gonna see me caught sleeping. See the kidnapping. Never did happen. Like Sherry Papini.
From a building that can get louder than almost any in the National Football League, this is GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium. Two of the NFL's best starts challenging each other here. Off we go in a Week 4 showdown. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Running for the first time with a man out of Florida State. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Shotgun now, first round. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
First you try to run it, second you try to throw it, and both times you end up behind your own line of scrimmage. Break out the coffee along the sideline. Get everybody a dose of caffeine because one side came to play and the other better wake up.
On 3rd and long, it's Stroud. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. It's going to be a punt of 46 yards. And the Chiefs will get set to go on offense. New set of downs for him from the 46. First tone of the game for James Cook. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Aziz Al-Shire that time on the tackle. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Got a man, it's Njoku. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. We're going to have a stoppage here as we see an injured player. It's David Njoku, who's worse for wear following the play. New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. Straight ahead, here's Cook. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Play action, Mahomes. Flushed out of the pocket. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time secondary, well, they got real sticky, stayed tight, and forced the throw away.
3rd down, it's Mahomes. And this is incomplete. Took the check down for granted. He's lucky that wasn't picked and taken the other way. 4th down coming up. The Chiefs bring on Harrison Butker for the field goal. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. And this one had a brief chance, but not a good kick in the end. He misses it. And we continue to await our opening score of this ballgame. The Texans set up nicely as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Running for the first time with Joe Mixon. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
You know, Kate, during draft season, I was talking to an NFL GM, and he said, you know what, in time, we're going to realize tackles for loss are just as big a deal as sacks. Sacks get so much of the popularity. Tackles for loss, when you knock that offense backwards, I promise you, in time, we'll be keeping a closer eye on plays like that one.
Stroud off the play fake. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Oh, tried forcing it to the slant. It's intercepted. Trent McDuffie in to pick it off. And the Chiefs will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
Such a huge point of emphasis for so many defenses, clogging up the middle of the field. They saw that receiver enter the middle and did a terrific job of baiting the quarterback into the throw, and an even better job of forcing the interception.
New set of downs for him from the 46.
Yellow.
Throwing on 1st down, Mahomes. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. Nearly an interception on that play. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Gosh, you could just almost feel his eyes up here, Kate, getting huge, right? He was envisioning the return, and he simply dropped it. Got to secure that pick before you think of anything else.
3rd and long for him here. On target to Worthy. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got.
Coming off the edge, and it's blocked.
That protection has got to be able to hold up for a few seconds. It has to. Those are points that aren't going on the board now, and wasted effort by their teammates to get them to this point.
The Texans set up nicely as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Blown back, gets the handoff. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
From the gun, Stroud. He's on the move. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
Well, this is in every quarterback's tool belt, even the ones not regarded as the best movers and shakers. But, Kate, to play QB in the league today, you've got to be able to do this. If you've got nobody open, still get some positive yards with your legs.
Stroud now on 3rd. Schultz with the catch. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
1st down, Stroud. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. He's on the move. He doesn't slide down and he pays for it. A big shot sends him to the ground.
Now, that's a situation. May have worked out better if he'd thrown the ball. His running ability gets him a chunk of yards, but still some work to do to get that 1st down.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Putting the tight end in motion. Throwing on 3rd down, Stroud. He's got, pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
And he's brought down before the return gets far. It's 39 yards in the end. And they're going to take over possession. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Yellow.
They'll motion him out of the backfield. Mahomes on 1st and 10. He's got this complete to James Cook. Galloping inside the 40. Inside the red zone. And he's in for the Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs go up 6-0 here in the 1st. It's a James Cook touchdown. So our first score of the game here as they cap off that drive with a touchdown.
It's really what you're looking for, Kate, offensively. You want to force the other guys into thinking they need to play a little catch-up right away. So a nice job to get that first score and take early control of this game.
That one right down the middle. And the Chiefs will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Butker on now to kick this one away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
On the quick, right?
Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Hit behind the line, and the ball is loose. And this is picked up by the Chiefs. And they stop him before he gets much on the return. Well, that didn't take long, Brock. One play, and they're back out there.
Well, that's how a defense can make you awfully happy as an offensive player, especially when you screw it up and you fumble. The defense picks up that offense and puts them right back on the field.
And he works his way for a gain of 4.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run.
About set for the second quarter. Chiefs football here. They have it second down, well inside of field goal range.
Yellow.
Again, it's Cook. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline and his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7.
Fire down these two. Attack!
From the gun, it's Mahomes. He's got the hook up to Adam. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. It's a pickup of 11. And it'll be first down, Kansas City.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
And not much for him there. He's down to the 15-yard line. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
No, it's not a running back, but it's a receiver carrying it across the market, Kate. I'm not even calling this a trick play anymore. It's about maximizing your resources and your asset, and this receiver shows you he can be a tool as a running back.
Yellow.
Cook trying this one up the gut. Finds the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs take a 13-0 lead. It's a James Cook touchdown. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that can score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Butker on now to kick this one away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Here's the handoff. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. Back-to-back carries here. Jukes one defender.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the first down. Just get to a manageable third down, but instead they move the chains, and that is one disheartening look on that defense.
1st and 10 from the 41.
Here we go.
They give it to him again. He's going to snag a couple of yards, charging up the gut. Stopped on a play by Big Chris Jones. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
He breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. It was Andre Sisco who held him down there. No gain on that one, and now it's 3rd and 8.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Give him 3 on the play. It's going to be 5 to go on 4th down.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
Back to the well again. 1st down and more, past the 40. Past the 20. And he'll get this across. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans start to fight back with their first points of this game. Here's Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. The kicker gets it. Oh, it looks like he's going to throw it. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
You know, that's a call I'll see in the college game, but it's pretty dead and gone in the NFL, and for good reason. Even when you catch him off guard, the chances for success are extremely low. Can't do it.
Here's a return from the 7. He stopped on the return at the 27. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Now the shotgun give to Cook. And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire first half. They drop him behind the line.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Here's Mahomes now. Cook calls it in. And it's a nice game, but still not enough for the first.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on a defense.
A little touch pass here, trying to move the chains. Oh, he drops a cut to the right sideline. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
Biggest difference in the college NFL game, we know this, Kate, it's matchups. Right, that college game, so much more space with the wide hash marks. Not so much in the NFL. You've got to cultivate one-on-ones, cultivate matchups. Using the receiver as a runner, that was a matchup successful for this offense.
We're to the 2-minute warning from Arrowhead. The Chiefs pushing for a score before the break. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10.
Yellow. Hey. 57, 57.
Man in motion here.
Right side.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Texans will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away just as they did.
Only took them one play, partner, and they've already made it to that 40-yard line.
Robin. Nike Texas.
Stroud throwing here on 1st. On the move, headed right. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he'll go out of bounds close to that 35-yard line. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
Here's Stroud on 1st and 10. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Right, Tony.
They motion the tight end over. Stroud to throw again on 2nd. Into the hands of Schultz. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
To the air yet again, it's Stroud. Buys time, rolling right. And that finds him in the end zone for the Houston touchdown. The Texans earn the chance to tie it before halftime. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Yeah, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would, and it's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
Running back sent in motion. They don't get this snapped in time. This is going to back them up. A little slow to operate the offense, and they're going to back it up as a result of that penalty. All right, now another opportunity to convert this two-point try. He's throwing for it. And now down he goes. He's sacked, and they're unable to tie this game. We're down to a 2-point difference as they send the kick away. Has this at the 6. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Throw complete to Lamb. Breaks the tackle. Green grass ahead. The big play nets him 17 yards. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Attack, attack! 15. Right side.
First and 10, it's Mahomes. Connects with Cook. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on first down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on second down.
And they don't connect there, so only 6 seconds remaining. Intended target there was Xavier Worthy. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Looking to throw. Forced out to his right. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he's able to cross midfield before going out. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Return coming from the 6. A nice return, but what a hit we had at the end of it. First and 10 now from the 30.
Yellow. Right side.
It's an option right that begins this drive. And what a hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that time.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Got Lamb, and it's complete. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it'll be first down, Kansas City.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Ball on the 45, first and 10.
57. Right side.
Shotgun handoff now to Cook. And that carry only nets 1 on the plunge up the gut.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
15. Right side.
Throw reeled in by Njoku. And he's taken down at the 30. Big gain, 14 on the play. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
And he pushed deep in enemy territory with that, down inside the 25. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Another one for Cook. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Christian Harris on the stop. Call it no gain, maybe 1 at best on that play. That leaves him with 3rd and 2.
Hey, 43, 15. Right side.
Pressure coming from Mahomes. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Wow, it has been such a good day offensively for the guys up front. That's actually the first sack by this defense. And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more? Or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting? Kickers got to be a little bit like quarterbacks, Kate, every once in a while. When a QB throws a pick, you got to flush it. When a kicker gets one blocked earlier in the game, you got to do the same thing. You got to flush it, trust your fundamentals, and deliver as he just did.
On the return, here comes St. Del. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4.
This is one of those real modest gains, Kate, that I like as a call. And it's just a little more variety to your playbook. Makes that defense wonder. Those guys on the other side of the ball think a little bit. This dude's not just a receiver. He may get in the run game as well.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
On the quick, right?
Throwing on 3rd and long. He gets this one to Peoples-Jones. And he'll get it up to the 44. They gain 14 on the play. And the Texans are going to have a 1st down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
1st and 10, a run to Mixon. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
That's why you often see some mix, some high percentage pass plays on 1st and 10. You got to keep the defense honest. They're always looking for a run in that situation and a chance to stack them up for 2nd and long.
On play action, here's Stroud. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that 1st down. New set of downs for him at the 38.
Here we go.
Motioning the tight end now. Out of the shotgun, a give to Mixon. And he's stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about. So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. Shotgun now for Stroud. That's a catch for Nico Collins. It's inside the 10. He goes the distance. Touchdown, Houston! The Texans grab the lead on their first series of the half. Nico Collins with the touchdown. So the Texans going to run it back, try for another 2-point conversion. From the gun, Stroud. And the pressure's there. He goes down. The sack denies them the 2-point conversion. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Has this at the 6. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Now a give to Cook, running left. Breaks the tackle, green grass ahead. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And it'll be 1st down, Kansas City. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Going to the ground again on first. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Halfway there on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Yellow.
Here's Cook. And here's another stop made right at the line. Nice back-to-back reps from this defense.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
Yellow, yellow.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. They kick the running back in motion. 3rd and short. Here's Mahomes. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down. Kansas City sends out its punt team. And he's got a good chance to really stick him deep his first time out. He was only needed twice in last week's win, and he gets this one away. And they'll down this kick at the 11-yard line, so long field ahead on this next possession. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Here you go. Oh.
They send the tight end in motion. Blown back in the... Oh, the football's loose. Oh, and they got it back. This play is still live. And he's able to get it to the 21 as he goes down. Well, you don't like to see the fumble, but hey, at least they were able to be the ones to recover it, and they keep possession.
Yeah, and I think the key there was to stay calm through the chaos. Cooler heads prevailed and got him the ball back.
From the 21. Pass caught by Tate Dell. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
All right.
Tight end going in motion here. On 1st down, they'll run.
You know, for pitchers, you hear them say, gosh, you got to pitch this guy backwards. For defenses, you got to do the same at times, Kate. You just can't always run it on first. You got to mix in some high percentage pass plays. Otherwise, you're going to get hit right in the face for a loss just like that.
Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Caught by Collins on the slant. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9.
Where's the hot?
They'll motion Peoples-Jones left. Throwing on 3rd down, Stroud has his man. It's Mixon. And they're going to be down close to the 35 as he goes out. They pick up 20 yards there. And it sets up a Houston 1st. Markers reset, ball at the 37. They'll run here on 1st down. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
Another carry for him. And they're ready for him at the line. Couldn't manage anything there.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say, there's just times you got to run in the darkness. And when linebackers fill that hole like that right in the middle of the field, he ran right into the darkness and the pain of that linebacker.
3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? Running with Mixon out of the gun. Oh no, the ball is loose. And they scoop it up. They can still run with it. Give them only 3, and that brings up 4th down and 8. Almost the impact play this defense was searching for, but they could only get half the job done, partner. Fumble forced, but they couldn't recover.
I'll tell you what else it forces, though. That coordinator, that play caller on the other side, now got a little bit of doubt about his ball handlers. Got to have better ball security than that.
A lot of room they need here. It's 4th and a long 8.
Nike Texas. Why Tony?
Back to throw it. And they get to him on 4th down. It's a sack and a turnover on down.
Well, this play never had a chance between the pressure at home and the coverage downfield. QB still got to find a way to throw it up and give somebody an opportunity to make a play.
Cook trying this one up the gut. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. We'll get an injury timeout here, and thousands throughout the stadium hold their breath. CeeDee Lamb, the player, shaken up after that one.
Yellow.
Again, it's Cook. Down the sideline inside the 40. And he gets this one down to the 27. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
Best run games in this league at balance can run it inside, because they just showed right there doing damage on the outside.
That takes us to the 2-minute warning here in KC. Chiefs down by only 1. To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. Handoff headed right. It's Cook. And the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here.
Hey, 57.
Straight ahead, here's Cook. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. Houston calls it 2nd timeout. Still 1 more in their pocket to use.
When you don't have great success on 1st down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
And he slides down with enough to pick up that first. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
Cook. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2. The defense takes its 3rd and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. Here's a give to Cook. It's a gain of a yard, but they needed just a couple more inches. 3rd down.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to 1st down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on the 3rd and short.
Yellow.
Trying it left side with Cook.
Well, now, Kate, a major decision, and you could just feel the angst on the sideline. Do you really want to challenge a front that just held up on 3rd and goal? And if so, well, you better be creative to get the job done.
Now a timeout with only 3 seconds left with, you'd all assume, right, a game-winning try on its way. This game now resting on the attempt from Harrison Butker. Don't forget, the defense got in there and blocked one earlier. That one is good! And they've taken back the lead. Well, no louder place in Missouri or Kansas right now as the Chiefs get the win in Arrowhead. And their start to the season not cooling off by any means as they move to 4-0 on the year.
Run it back. Let's run the numbers up and run it back. You see us out here getting to the bag. Run the numbers up and run it back. Run, 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 run it back. Let's run the numbers up and run it back. Oh no, where we get the bag. Yeah, don't you get too mad. Run, run it back.
Getting money, you really don't need to talk about it. Move quiet, you should try it, there's some clout around it. Chase it, and overthinking the process. Outside of the gates, spewing that nonsense. On the phones, he begging women to come out. Back to back, calling until his minutes run out. Begging for loose change and scraping to maintain. Or sipping, and playing with waist chains. I think you get the picture, we outside the frame. Get your Louis Hamilton on swerve lane to lane. On gang. We brainstorm until it rains and we drive a gang. Straight into the Hall of Fame. You need to pay attention.